video by Lovely ASMRS entitled 10 Things I Can't Live Without. And I thought to myself, that's actually a really good idea for a video. I'm not sure if it was like a super popular thing to do, but yeah, I thought I would give it a try and do one of my own. So, first thing, I think this is something a lot of us need, is a phone. Because without the phone, I can't use the Google Maps app. And if I have to go somewhere for work, then I'm gonna need, the app if it's somewhere I don't know where it is. iPhones are extremely useful, but I'm not gonna throw any shade to Android, because Android phones are really good too. I would say they have their own advantages and disadvantages. And I'm so thankful that I'm able to have an iPhone, because for a long time I would use like a dumb phone, or whatever they used to call them, like just like an old school kind of like slide phone, or like a Nokia. And I remember like back in the day, this is like over a decade ago, I used to like take these long drives and I would watch like videos by Mysterious Mr. Enter, and it was on like this old YouTube app that you could get on like these little slide phones by Nokia or whatever. Like imagine watching YouTube on a Motorola Razr. It was like that. So I would just be driving there. There was no headphones that could connect properly to the phone. So I'd be driving around just listening to like My Little Pony reviews. I didn't even like My Little Pony. I just liked the background noise, but I'd be listening to it, barely able to hear it over the car. And that's just how it was. There was no map stuff on it. There was nothing really that you could do with it except for like, you could play Tetris. You could make phone calls. You could text. I think there was a way to configure emails to it, but it was very convoluted. It was a very, very, very basic phone. And I also got, it was like a Samsung Instinct. And that one was somehow worse because that one couldn't run YouTube. That one couldn't really do anything. I don't know why I couldn't run YouTube. It was supposed to. But I had a Samsung Instinct in like 2012. Or actually, no, I got a Samsung Instinct after I had the slide phone. So I had a Samsung Instinct in like 2014. That's not a good phone. I'm sorry. But this, iPhones. What the heck? That is so weird. It was flashing. That's bizarre. Because I couldn't see it on here. I could only pick it up on there. I'll do it this way. But yeah, iPhones are most definitely a good gift. If you have one, it's very useful. And from what I've seen, Androids are pretty much exactly the same, except they don't use iOS and they're more customizable. But hey, ooh, listen to that. But no, yeah, Androids are, I think, more customizable, but I still really like iPhones, and I think if I have to choose between iPhones and Androids in the future, I'll probably just always go with the iPhone. I'm just used to it now. I've had one since like 2015 or so. Now, literally, I can't live without this one. This is an inhaler. Now what this does is this helps me to breathe because I have quite bad asthma. And how you use it is you take this off, right? And inside you can see there's a little space for medicine. When you push this, medicine comes out of it. That way, this one is actually a rescue inhaler. What it's actually called is salbutamol sulfate inhalation aerosol. And basically this is the stronger of the two. See, this one is a steroid, but it's very, very fast acting. There's this one, which I need to be taking more, but I haven't. It's an orange inhaler, right? It's kind of stubby. And the difference is, this is one that you're supposed to take every single day. Because this one, over time, builds up the strength of your lungs. Think of it as like, what would you even call it? It's like lifting weights every day. So if you take this thing every day, over time, it will allow you to breathe easier. And I should have clarified this, you're not supposed to take it every day, but like my asthma is quite bad because it's mixed with something called LPR, which is a type of acid reflux that goes into the back of your throat. Which leads me to these. These are Pepsid. Now what Pepsid does is it helps with stomach acid. And essentially it allows your stomach to stop producing so much acid. Because if you get too much stomach acid, it damages your body and it just brings down like quality of life because you get heartburn so much. This medication here acts as a sort of like a it's called like a proton pump inhibitor, I think, and it stops any extra stomach acid from building up and causing you bad heartburn. Think of it as like Tums Plus or Gaviscon Plus. It's very useful. Also, it doubles as a allergy medication. They actually will give it to you if they're worried about you going into anaphylaxis or something like that, which I have very bad OCD, so I always carry one of these. This is an EpiPen. I carry it with me in case I ever need it, or in case I come across someone who's having anaphylaxis, in which case I will use this pen on them and hopefully help them. Because again, I don't just want to help people through videos. If I'm given an opportunity to help someone in real life, I'll do everything in my power to do so. And I hope that you watching will try and help others as well. So, and on the topic of allergies, I always take a Claritin. The reason I choose Claritin over something like Benadryl is because Benadryl is known to lead to Alzheimer's. And I know it sounds silly, but really it is. And in fact, they should probably stop using Benadryl altogether when it comes to allergy things because it has a habit of putting people to sleep. The sedative effects are far, far, far too pronounced with Benadryl, to the point that it becomes almost unsafe to use. For me, there was a period of time when I would take Benadryl very frequently. As I mentioned, I have OCD. Now I would take Benadryl like every single day, and after a while it really does start to have a negative impact on you cognitively. It's a dangerous drug. There are people who abuse it. I remember there was a story about a woman she was taking it because she couldn't get LSD and she heard that you could hallucinate when you took Benadryl. And she took it to the point that her organs shut down and she died from it because she was an addict to Benadryl. Now Claritin, it might not be as strong as Benadryl, but I find that it helps just as well. See, I have cat allergies and like pollen and stuff like that. So this, I would say, perfect. Not too strong. You can take a few if you need to. I think the most I've had to take was like 3. Like it was like a really bad cat day. But it works again. And when I combine it with the Pepsid, that helps double because Pepsid is also an allergy medication, though it operates on a different way than something like Claritin or Benadryl does. So yeah. Next up, I always gotta have these with me. Headphones. These ones. I'm not sure if it'll pick up on the screen, but they're kind of translucent. They remind me a bit of that translucent Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color they used to have. These are called Skull Candy Dime. Or no, these are Skull Candy Rails. I had to save up a little bit to get these ones because I believe they were $100. But in terms of like Skull Candy headphones, they charge extremely fast. I'm talking like sometimes 15 minutes and you've got 100% battery. And for me, I always like to listen to podcasts and ASMR and stuff like that. And it really is amazing. I love these ones. It was a good investment. They come in a nice case. They're fast charge. If you combine them with a fast charge like USB charger, like I said, 10 minutes, you can have like 80 to 100% battery. Very good. And the batteries last for about 10 hours. I also have these are Beats headphones. I'm not sure which kind. Oh, they're not too happy, but yeah. I have a JVC one. Only one, because I have a habit of losing headphones. And those ones were on sale. This is a Skull Candy Dime. I wanted it because it was on sale, and it also has a little thing that you can attach to like your pocket or something, so you can carry them with you. Got the clamshell case. Comes out kind of like that. I wanted the like either red or black ones, but the white ones are good as well. This one doesn't charge as fast, and they're more prone to breaking, but they do make good sounds at least. So, there you go. So you can't tell right now, but I do in fact have a full head of hair. Another thing to be blessed with, though my hair is turning gray. I love this stuff. This is Gremo Astonishingly Superior Hairstyling Product. The one that I'm using is High Hold Thickening. Now, what I like about this one is that it's got a nice smell to it. It smells almost like vanilla. But it's just something you can use to style your hair. I don't like my hair to be particularly shiny, but I do like it to hold in place. Because I got kind of like the, what is it called? Like a fade kind of cut going on right now. You can put a little bit in the front, a little bit on the sides, and it works well at just keeping your hair looking good. Because like, I feel like in any sort of setting, if you've got a well-groomed and like maintained hairstyle going on, you are presentable. I think that it will help you immensely, and that's why I started using this. I have a couple of these. I have a green one as well, and I have one that I haven't used yet by a company called it's like American Made or something. It was expensive. I don't know why I bought it. I mean, I wanted to help out like the barber shop that I went to, which I think I'm gonna have to. There's a barber shop called Tommy Guns, and they're all over the world. They started in Australia. I think I'm gonna start going there. But yeah. I have very bad migraines, so what this is a case of 500 Tylenol extra strength. So because I get such bad migraines, I will take these, and one or two usually give me like three hours from when I take it, my headache is gone. And like my migraines get bad. There was one time we had a snowstorm and I was going to go visit my girlfriend. And I had to drive back home, right? I was going to go pick up medications, like my prescriptions, my girlfriends. But like, the headache was so bad, I almost vomited driving back. So I was like, listen, I gotta. And it took 3 Tylenols. I had to take 2, go to sleep. Woke up, still had a migraine, had to take another one, and then go to sleep. It's bad. And migraines can mess with your vision and stuff too. And they can like make you, it's almost like a cognitive decline briefly that you get when you've got a bad migraine. Like you can't talk properly. It's freaky. But yes, most definitely. And it has to be Tylenol because I take Lexapro, which I don't have my Lexapros with me, but that's another one. Absolutely helps with OCD and like stuff like that, just like anxiety. Because I had severe anxiety, I couldn't even drive for a while. It was caused by something else I later found out, but after I started taking my Lexapro and got my other medication that I took, helped to clear it up, helped to make me a happier, more calm and kind person. Ideally, the person I always wanted to be. Let's see. This bad boy here. Oh, I love this. You might laugh at me, but Speed Stick Irish Spring. Now, I want you to understand, if you're watching this, you probably know, but go for the antiperspirant. You'll know it's the antiperspirant when you open it up and it's the white one. That prevents you from sweating. Deodorant does not prevent you from sweating. Deodorant is an inferior product to antiperspirant. Anytime you can, get the antiperspirant, not deodorant. But I love, see, growing up I always used to use Irish Spring and Zest soap. Well, my grandparents used Ivory, but it doesn't float anymore, by the way. What's up with that? But yeah, Irish Spring soap smells very good. When I don't use this, I use Everyman Jack Sandalwood. But back to the Irish Spring. This deodorant, it's very nice. Think of it as like a, still masculine, but it's like Irish Spring soap scent with a little bit of baby powder. It smells good. Like, it's not a bad smell. It's actually very nice. I've gotten compliments on it before. It's really good, honestly. I was kind of let down because I went and bought like 3 of them at once because I was worried they were going to run out of stock soon. And one of them was a deodorant, and I was like, what am I going to do with this? So I'll use it, but like, they really should honestly just get rid of deodorant and replace it all with antiperspirant. I can't think of a reason they both exist. But one funny thing, there's this channel that I'll watch sometimes called, I think he's Bar Soap Guy, I think. He was talking about Irish Spring, and he was like, it's the scent of poverty. And I'm like, the scent of Irish Spring smells good. I just wish that they would change it so it's not like slimy, because that's kind of weird. I always thought that was odd. My favorite soap, I have to say, is probably Pears. Pears. It's got like a sort of a medicinal smell to it. But in terms of like this kind of stuff, Irish Spring deodorant is even better than the soap. Honestly, favorite deodorant ever. Now, toothbrush. I usually go with one of these. It is the Colgate Extra Clean. Medium. I prefer medium and firm levels of firmness, but I really like this. This is my go-to brand. They're only like 80 cents for a container. Though if you go to the dollar store, you can get some Colgate ones that are made in India, and those ones are like 70 cents, I think, a little bit cheaper. They're a little bit different style, but they're good, you know, I like them. And in terms of toothpaste, I'd say my favorite one is this this is Sensodyne Whitening Sensitivity and Gum. So basically, it helps to prevent gingivitis, and it also whitens your gums. And if I can't get that, I'll get the Sensodyne Fresh Mint. Those are absolutely my favorite ones. I also like fidgets. These are called clickers. They resemble little keyboard things. I can see if I can do it far away. Yeah. They come in two styles. One of them looks like a Tetris block, and I like this one. It reminds me of like a little tiny piece of a keyboard. You can just carry it around with you and kind of like hold them or do whatever you like with them. They're just very nice, comfy little things. And I also like poppets. Poppets are good if like you have an empty building that you're just chilling in and you want to like you just want to kind of relax and you get stressed by stuff being quiet. But gee, I think that was maybe, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was 10 items. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I want to know, what are your 10 items you can't live without? Oh, and I should have mentioned YouTube. I need YouTube Premium because I don't like the ads, but I do like the videos. So please, in the comments, let me know what your 10 things you can't live without are. And I've got more videos coming soon. I really hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.